Cream. I'm hollering at you because I got that cream. Oh, that's a bad ass song. I grew up listening to this the late 80s, the early 90s, 95, you know, hollering at you because I got that cream. This is the Defina JP. I'm hollering at you because I got that cream. Hello, everybody. We're trolling the neighborhood looking for um, maybe a head coach ASAP, trying to find somebody to come in here that can coach. Let's go to the latest. We're just gonna chime in here just for a few minutes. We ain't gonna touch too much bases on the coach thing. So we're just gonna troll a little neighborhood right here. And nothing. Everybody just posting their comments. Deon should be the top priority for the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys need a coach change, and that's what Deon has done everywhere he has been. Everybody is just chiming in their feelings. Um, everybody is just chiming in on their feelings. And that's good. They're telling Jerry, hey, you know, um, you know, just how hey, this how I think who should be the coach. So we're just trolling the neighborhood. We're just seeing that just still Kellen Moore's in the run, but I don't think that he's going to be the man in Dallas, and that's for sure. I just don't think that. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the playoffs today. So and I hope they show us two good games today. I hope so. We got Kansas City and we got the Texans, and then we got tonight we got Washington and Detroit. So we will be able to take a sneak peek and see what Dan Quinn can do. Um, and go from there. And I hope this is not a mistake. If Dan Quinn comes in Detroit and beat Detroit, um, Jerry gonna look like a fool in the making for getting rid of Dan Quinn. Mm-mm-mm. And that's for sure. So it is what it is. We're getting ready for a pretty good game here around 1:30. So they can really kick it off. I got Kansas City winning, but the injury to that Diggs, that kind of messed things up for Diggs. For the you know, also getting his contract money. He we had to get injury money, uh, but yeah, I think that messed things up for the Texans offense. I don't think they're able to push the ball downfield, like they should be. I just don't think that. I just don't think that. Yeah. So it is what it is. So it is what it is. but we're getting ready for a pretty good game. I'm trolling, the neighborhood. Yeah, so it is what it is. We're just trolling the neighborhood right now. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, we're trying to catch some, some cowboy glimmer. Trying to see what the coaching corral is. Yeah, so we're just trolling the neighborhood right now. Lord have mercy. They're trying to bring everybody in. Now have completed an in-person interview with Oklahoma State head coach Mike Grundy for their head coaching position. Okay. No. 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 Won't blame discipline. You can be a you can be offensive coordinator maybe on a deon. But yeah, we just trolling the neighborhood. Yeah, so it is what it is. And we're just gonna keep it rolling. So we're just um checking out the crazy traffic that this website is getting. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see. 3 minutes ago, Mr. Ocho. They're letting you know. Okay, I like this update. Robert Salea, Leslie Frazier, Kelly Moore. Oh, they all over they on the internet. Maybe they setting up sometimes. What's going on, family? Shit. Hello?
You.
Yeah, you hear me, Savage? What's going on? How you doing?
What's up? What's up, OG? Nothing. Just having a cup of coffee. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Sitting here going over. I'm trolling the internet real quick.
Yeah. I'm just honestly I'm whole burnt out of the whole Dallas bullshit coaching circus it is of trying to find a coach. Uh, I'm sick of Dallas, period. And I mean, right now it's such a pivotal point because the draft is right around the corner. And I realize that's what like my specialty is, but
Yeah. Speaking of draft,
how do how do I how do I lay a blueprint to pick players when we don't even know who the coaches are in Dallas?
right? Yeah.
Because we all know whatever head coach we bring in is going to have his preference. Whatever offensive coordinator, he's going to need his guys to fit his scheme on offense. In my opinion, I think Zim is probably going to stay the defensive coordinator. But or even if we get someone else, we're going to need individuals to fit that defense. But I mean, they're going to drag this out just so Dallas can be in the news every day. And in my opinion, Dallas will name a head coach the week of the Super Bowl. So Jerry wins again. It's the week of the Super Bowl, but now everybody's talking about the Dallas Cowboys. I understand you got your scouts and you got, pretty much we're starting to break down our list and our rankings and rank everybody. But we all know not every player fits every scheme. But we don't even know what the scheme is because we don't have a coach. So it's very frustrating, But whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. And it doesn't seem like Jerry's in a rush. So it's like he doesn't care. It is what it is. So if he doesn't care, whatever, I'll just keep doing my thing. And hopefully, listen, I firmly believe a good player will slide to us at 12. But to be honest with you, I really only have like 10. It's crazy, but maybe 12 to 13 players with a first round grade I have. And then the draft just falls like off a cliff. So, but I can see Jones is trading back from 12 to try to recoup an extra third round pick, especially since we have no 4. But
Yeah. That'll be great.
yeah, because we just love throwing away our round 4 picks for nobodies, I mean, and we have 4 fifth-round draft picks, listen, you can find talent in round 5, not a problem.
We got 4 fifth rounds.
Yeah, we have 4 fifth-round draft picks.
God damn.
Yeah, exactly. We got a first, a second, a third, no 4th. We got 4 5s, that's 7, and then we have 1 in the 7th round.
We got we got 4 5. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have
Well,
5.
I guess what they could do is trade. Yeah, trade. They could trade back their first pick and their second pick, and pick up extra picks.
Listen, and if they're, in my opinion, Dallas, the way they go about the draft is they'll have 5 players they like on a sheet of paper. Yeah. And when the calls start coming in of people wanting to come up, they'll be like, okay. And if the compensation is okay, they'll be like, okay, can we get the compensation and can we live with one of these 5 players? And then everybody, nods their heads to Jerry. And they're like, okay, we'll trade back. And that's the same thing they did this past April when they traded back. And Tyler Guyton just happened to be that last of the fifth round players that they wanted.
Yeah.
And it's, listen, trading back is great when you get extra picks, but it's also very tricky if your board gets washed. You know, it's a double-edged sword, let me
Yeah.
say.
I
But
mean, only way I say trade back is you. This team has a lot of holes to fill, man.
yeah,
Especially on the defense side of the ball. Um, it's just their linebacker core is demolished. Kendricks is
yeah,
the only one that held on, but they had the most tackle. Kendricks had the most, probably had the most tackles this year, and he was out. He missed like 3 games,
yeah.
and you got to get younger at that position, man. Don't know when that what's that boy name gonna come back.
Overshown. Yeah, I don't think we're going to
You
see him till
know,
2026. I don't think.
so he's trying to push back. He's trying to get in the weight. He probably lifting weights right now, walking
Yeah,
around here, and they probably lift the fucking. They probably have to start lifting weights.
yeah, but I 3 knee surgeries and a year and a half of football.
Right.
I I don't think they're going to rush him back. To be honest with you, I think I'd be like, yo, I'll see you in 2026 because he just like even though he hurt his one knee just now, they operated on his other knee also. He had both. He just got both his knees operated on. So he had issues with the knee that he tore last year also too. And he's playing at a position where his niche was speed. He lived by his speed. And is he still
Right.
going to have that speed after 3 knee surgeries in such a short period of time? That's why
Right.
I simply don't want to rush him back. Why do you want to rush a kid back, ruin him? I mean, let him get healthy, man. And Dallas is going to go out. They have to go out and draft. We got 8 draft picks.
Yeah.
I'm okay with 3 on offense and 5 on defense. I'm okay with this being a defensive heavy draft. We have no choice because let me tell you something. The Redskins, if they get a running back, which they will,
Mhm.
the
They're gonna be
Giants.
way. They're gonna be low, man. They're gonna be in the 20s.
Yeah, but this is a great draft for running backs. No matter what they're picking, if they're picking 28, they're going to get a monster at 28, the Redskins. That's how running back is the deepest position in this draft by far.
Yeah.
So now the
Look who
Redskins
you
get a
got.
running.
Look who you got. I'm going
Listen,
with.
Gentry's good for some. Listen, it's not that I don't like the kid. I just don't think he's right for Dallas because Gentry is great for a team that's like one player away. We're not. You got Hampton, you can take later on. He's a beast against the run. Caleb Johnson, Iowa. Bro, they got monster running backs ranked like 25, 30. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I, I saw a running back ranked today at 21 or 22, and I have him. He's been in my top 10 since May. 2 of my
Yeah.
kids went back to college, so they're out. My 2 Penn State kids, they
Yeah.
decided to go back to college, so they're not coming out. But the Redskins get a running back.
Okay.
If the
Why
Giants
would the
get,
why should the Redskins get a running back?
because the running back on their team is not explosive, he's not like a true monster. So,
Okay.
like, The Redskins get a running back. If the Giants get a quarterback, because Giants have a good young defense and they got a great set of skill position players. They're just all young. Giants have very good skill position players. They just got no quarterback. I personally think Giants, since it's a bad draft for quarterbacks, don't be shocked like the Giants go out and try to get Sam Donald. Giants get a quarterback at this rate. Dallas is the worst team in the NFC East. That's scary. That's scary with all the holes we got.
Yeah.
We have no left tackle. Uh, we got to hope, you know, Guyton can step in at right tackle for Steele. We have to come out of this draft with at least two running backs. We got to come out of this draft with at least two defensive tackles, an edge, also an edge. But defensive tackle, I think, is a bigger issue than edge. We need to come out of here with a linebacker. We need to come out of here with a safety. Our safeties are atrocious. Good
Yeah.
thing is, it is a good safety draft. It's just we have so many holes. You can just throw a dart at the dartboard and you can hit. But Jerry's famous for trading back. Our problem is, though, every time we trade back and get players, we pick
Yeah.
shitty players. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's
I gotta
frustrating.
I gotta come out with these guys
Gentry's good.
stats.
Gentry's good. He's undersized. Just hold on before you keep going up. Omari in Hampton he's a big kid. He had like
Right.
1,500 yards last in 2023, and then he had like another 1,500 yards in 2024. He's in 2023, he had like 900 yards after contact. This year, his stats were only a tiny bit less. That's because he played on a bad team. Now, next, you got Caleb Johnson. He rushed for like, I don't know, like 1,500 yards in
You
the
skip
Big
right
Ten.
over. Oh, so you liking
From
Johnson then?
Well, no, I like Johnson. I like Hampton. I mean, but the thing that scares me about Johnson is he only has 1 year of production. So where has he been the
Oh,
rest of his life?
right,
But
right,
Iowa does
right,
run a
right.
conservative.
Was he on the basically was he on the bench because that's the only way I could see. Maybe he was a second,
No, it
first,
is
strong senior. I don't know. And
Iowa got a new coaching system, and they like kind of like let loose a little bit. Where in the past their offense has just been super conservative, and we're going to play defense. After
yeah,
that, you got Quishon Judkins from Ohio State. He's an Old Miss transfer. He went off at Old Miss. He had like
okay.
1,700 yards at Old Miss, and then he transferred over
Wait a
to
minute. Who are you talking about?
Quishon Judkins. He was right after Caleb Johnson. Him right there, Ohio State,
Oh,
63.
okay. We'll
He
see him
he,
Monday night, right?
he yeah, yeah. We'll see both, and the kid underneath him, Trevon Henderson.
Oh, both of them.
We'll
Yeah, I like
we'll
to
see
bring those
both of
guys
them
up.
Monday night. Those two guys are both monsters. I'm
Okay.
telling you, this running back draft,
Yeah.
if it's crazy, it's a crazy draft. There's so many of them,
Right.
and I mean, Trevon Henderson, he's been at Ohio State a few years, and he has like over 50 touchdowns in his career at Ohio State, and it's
Yeah.
just he's a beast. Listen, running back, it's going to be really hard not to find a running back. You also got this kid I'm really high on, Devin Neal from Kansas. I'm
Yeah.
high on him. Kyle Monangai, Rutgers. I'm crazy high on him. Kid Love from Notre Dame. Bro, Damian Martinez, Miami. There's so many running backs.
So we did see this guy at Arizona State. When he played.
Scatterboo. I-
Yeah, yeah, I like
Listen,
him too.
okay, the name underneath, I like him better. Ollie Gordon. Follow me now. He's 6'2",
Okay,
220, 6'2", 225. He won the Doak Walker Award in 2023.
okay,
But this past year, Oklahoma State was just straight up trash,
right,
horrible, and he had like 900 yards. So in 2023, he had
yeah,
like 1,700 yards and like 20 TDs. This
okay,
past year, he had like 800 yards and 15 touchdowns. Ollie Gordon. Let me tell you something. Ollie Gordon is gonna be a steal for
right,
when if someone takes him like late three, early fourth. As the kid Scatterboo, listen, he has
yeah.
heart. I view him as a fullback in the NFL. That's just
I
my.
don't know, man. He reminds me of another McCaffrey, man.
He's
I,
bigger
I
though.
will. I
He-
wouldn't want Philly or anybody like that to get it. Philly, Washington, or the Giants. I could see the Giants probably picking him. But he's big, he's tough, man. This boy, man.
no,
I
he is. He listen. He marks all the
yeah,
checks. My opinion. I think he's a fullback, but also listen. We have to come out of this draft with two running backs.
right.
I listen. Is Jerry Jones going to draft? Listen. Besides Chris McCaffrey,
Great
when was
player.
the last time we've seen a white running back in the
Right.
NFL? Let's be honest. It just doesn't. John Riggins in the 80s, and Riggo was like almost a fullback. I don't want to hear Michael Stott. Michael Stott was a fullback.
Right.
You know,
But
sometimes you
wait a
just
minute, for Washington?
no, Mike Allstott, when he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was a
Oh
oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
John
yeah.
Riggins, yeah. Well, John Riggins originally played for the Jets, then he went to Washington. But besides
Yeah.
McCaffrey, white running backs really don't exist that much in the NFL.
Yeah.
And this kid, listen, he's tough, that kid, but he went from being like an undrafted free agent to after that playoff game. Everybody's talking about him. Listen, it's going to come up to in my opinion, his performance at the combine. If
Yeah.
he comes out and he runs a crazy 40-yard dash, it will help him. His problem, though, is
Yeah.
that this is a crazy, insane, deep running back class.
Yeah.
That's his issue, you know. But me personally, I can't see how a team can miss this season drafting a running back. Also, a tight end. It's loaded. With this draft is loaded at running back, tight end, safety.
Let's go to let's speaking of tight ends, let's move on. Let's move on to the tight ends then.
It's crazy tight ends. You got boom, Tyler Warren. He's 6'6", 260.
Like
He's
him.
a more athletic Jeremy Shockey. He's like a cross between Jeremy Shockey and Rob Gronkowski. He's 6'6".
Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler
Mm,
Warren. He's 6'6", 260. He's lined up at tight end, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, center. He would take the snap at quarterback on the goal line. Now you got the kid Colston Loveland. He had a down year because Michigan replaced
yeah.
like 10 starters. I bet money Harbaugh and the Chargers, they take
Yeah.
him to reunite him. The next kid, Harold Fannin from Bowling Green, he
Yeah.
had no joke as a tight end. He had I had his stats way over 1,000 yards. He had like close to like 1,500 yards, on
Really? Oh,
117 receptions and 11 touchdowns. Harold Fannin from Bowling Green. In
okay. So
I'm
is he
all
a project or
no,
is he
he's
a
far from
starter?
the project. My only fear is it's not a fear. He's not going to bring anything to the run blocking.
Oh yeah,
He's not a run
yeah.
blocker. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
get nothing out of him as a run blocker. He's strictly going to be a big ass pass catcher, which could be a quarterback's best friend too. Mason Taylor is also good out of LSU. His dad played
Yeah.
for the Dolphins, Jason Taylor. Mason Taylor's like, yo, I was blowing Mason Taylor up in the May. I got all my books right here to prove everything. When and it's on my YouTube channel. When I put out my first 10 tight ends, he was
Yeah.
in there. He's 6'5, 240. He's a freak. He has his dad's genetics. LSU didn't have the greatest of year. He's a sleeper tight end. The kid Gunnar Helm is also out of Texas. Uh,
Yeah.
Iowa got a kid there. I was just going to say his name. There he is, Luke Lachey. His
Yeah.
dad played in the NFL. I believe his dad played for the Redskins. I believe. Uh, I believe his dad was a left tackle, Jim Lachey. I could be wrong,
Okay.
but he played in the NFL. But Luke Lachey, legit, is 6'5, 250. He's a good run blocker, and he has soft hands. And he's a day 3 pick. You get him in the 4th round, 5th round, that's a straight steal. That is a straight steal. That kid, he can block, and I like my listen, the difference between a college tight end and an NFL tight end is
Yeah.
anyone can catch a ball. It's can you run block? Because
Yeah.
we can't just be, taking you in and out on every single play. He's good. The kid Jink bringing Stool, in my opinion, he's more of a run blocker. Uh, it's a very deep draft for tight end. Very, very deep draft.
Yeah.
Uh, do I see Dallas
So who you
taking it?
like it? So who if you had a if you
If
say what round
Oh,
you wanted
you're
you
gonna
would think that
see.
Dallas would grab a tight end, what round who would out of this bunch would who you think what round and then who would you grab a tight end? Or so are you saying you tired of are you scared of are you tired of Schoolmaker or you just
No, I'm
need
not saying
okay
that. Is I'm
okay
just saying, are we gonna are we looking at this draft BPA best player available on the board? Because we all know what we need, but we
yeah
can't dictate what the board is. You know what
yeah
I'm trying to say? So like Tyler Warren won't get past pick 20. He won't. Someone's gonna
right
take him. Colston Loveland, he probably gonna go late first round. And this kid Harold Fannin, when he blows up at the combine, because he's gonna test crazy. He's gonna
yeah
move up into like the 2nd round, 3rd round. If I'm Dallas, listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We have
yeah
so many holes. I think we can get away with Ferguson and Shoemaker and Brevin Span Ford. Now, if we trade back and a kid like Tyler Warren is still on the board and he's the best player available, I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of, like, not picking him because we all know, Dak gets nervous in the backfield, so why not? And we all know Dallas has been wanting to run 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. Dallas has been wanting to run a 2 tight end set since Bill Parcells was here.
yeah
They drafted Witten, and then they spent like 4 more picks trying to get tight ends, and they never have. So if you want to dummy down this offense for
Uh-huh.
Dak. Tyler Warren would be a great weapon, and he's also going to help out in the run game.
Yeah.
Do I think tight end is our biggest need? No, I
What
don't.
about Ferguson?
I like Ferguson. Mitchell Evans Mitchell Evans came into the season as a
Uh-huh.
first round draft pick, and he slid down, and he will be. We're going to watch him Monday night too. He slid
Wait a
down
minute.
too.
Is this Ferguson? Is this Ferguson's brother?
Nah, 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 no.
Are
Oscar
you sure?
Delp, Georgia. Yeah.
Uh,
Oscar Delp, Georgia is a good pick. It's a very good year for tight ends. But like I said, I mean, but like you also said it too. Like I'll tell you right now, that kid Tyler Warren
yeah.
from Penn State, he ain't getting past Philadelphia. I'll
Wait a
bet
minute.
money on that.
Don't we have a Penn State tight end?
No, no. We have Ferguson, who's from the Midwest. I believe Ferguson. I believe Ferguson went to Wisconsin. I believe I could be wrong.
Mm, okay.
Brevin Spanford, Minnesota. Shoemaker, Michigan, and I believe Ferguson might. I think he came from Wisconsin. I believe so. Dallas, it seems to be like they like their tight ends from the Big Ten. But let me tell you something. That kid right there, Arondé Godson, Syracuse, he's a
Yeah.
sleeper too. And his dad was a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I'm going back 30 years, 20 years, but his dad was a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. But
Okay.
he's a great, fourth round pick. But all I'm trying to say is fifth round pick. But all I'm trying to say is, like, let's be honest. We don't have a left tackle.
And
Let's
speaking
be
of left
honest.
tackle, let's move on to left tackle. Wait a minute. Some people would say we do have a left tackle.
Well, I would think we're getting rid of Steele and we're moving Tyler Guyton to right tackle.
Oh shit!
That's
God
my
no.
opinion. In my opinion, my
Oh
tackle.
man, I must say, Mr. Telephone Man, is something wrong with my line? If I dial your no number, there'd be a click every time. Come on, Savage. You know better than that now. He had 13 penalties. Unless you can get him to work on his feet, he may be good. Now you bring a coach in now. Now I'm not gonna put that. If you bring a coach in here that can coach the offensive line, you may have something there. You may can train his feet. But he
No,
had 13, 14, 16 penalties this year. You got to correct that. How you feel about that?
I agree with you 1,000%. But you have to realize he only played 13 games in college. That's it.
What?
He only
I thought he
he
played 2 and 3 years.
oh, he only
Oh
played.
man.
He
Mm-hmm.
went to two different colleges. He went to Texas Tech, then he
Mm-hmm.
went to Oklahoma. He started 2 games at tight end, and then he started 13 games at Oklahoma at right tackle. So now
Okay.
we draft him. Who now he just only had 13 games at offensive tackle, right tackle, and we just set him up for failure by moving him to the left. He was my fourth ranked offensive tackle last year,
Mm. Do
but
you blame it on?
I
Let me
ranked
ask
him
you.
as a right tackle.
Let me ask you a question. Do you blame it on McCarthy then?
Absolutely, 100%.
Mm, mm, mm.
But McCarthy's a yes man because this is Jerry Jones's idea. Because Jerry Jones looks at this like, okay, we drafted Tyron Smith 20 years ago out of USC, and we switched him from right tackle to the left tackle, and it worked. So in Jerry's mind, he thinks, oh, we can do it again with this kid. They had a meeting with this kid, and one of the scouts was like, all right, you're 6'7", you're 330, you got good strength, you got crazy arm length. You have everything there is in an offensive tackle that any team would want. Why did you only start 13 games? And his answer was, I was immature. That's what his answer was. I'm just saying, I would feel a lot better with Tyler Guyton at right tackle, and we can get Terrence Steele's contract off the books. My offensive tackle number one, you got to go down probably one slot more, is Wyatt Mullen out of West Virginia. Big old country boy, has not given the last 3 years 0 sacks. 0 sacks he has the last 3 years. He's a big old country boy, and they're saying he also has guard and even center flex. But he played 1 year at right tackle at West Virginia, and the last 3 years he's been at left tackle at West Virginia. And let me tell you something. If you're bored later on, go watch West Virginia versus Penn State, because it was Abdul Carter, because they switched Abdul Carter. That kid right there, Wyatt Mullen. He's my offensive tackle number one.
Who?
Me. Wyatt Mullen. Right there, that kid. Go down a little bit. A little bit more. Boom, number 40. Number 40. He's my offensive. He's a left tackle. I like the kid on top of him, Cameron Williams. I view him strictly as a right tackle. Because I'm going to be honest with you. We don't have a left tackle. Are we gonna keep Terrence Steele with his Terrence Steele gave up 10 sacks this year? Are we gonna trot him out again and leave Tyler Guyton at left tackle again? No. Let's listen.
Hold on. So you can trust Guyton right now? If you let me
Not at left tackle.
I'm going to say one small thing. So Dak has come back off of injury. This is what I try to tell y'all. Dak is coming back off of injury from his thigh, and it takes a long time. It's going to take close to almost a year, 14, 16 months for his leg to completely heal. He's going to condition. But if he gets solid rest, for a whole year, there's solid rest.
No.
And just let that thing completely heal up. But he's going to force himself to come back. And he's going to say, look, I can do it. I can do it. I can play. I'm fine. And my drop back is good. Everything's good. But can you plant off that leg? Because I think you have to. When you stand in the pocket, you have to throw off the leg.
100%.
Your right leg. He's throwing off his right leg again.
This is what's going to happen. He's not going to be able to do that, and he's going to overcompensate and watch his shoulder act up again. Because when one body part goes, but you still try doing the same thing, you overcompensate on other areas. So now you're going to see Dak to try to be throwing the ball with more arm strength, and that's going to affect either his arm or his shoulder. Remember a couple of years ago when he had a bad shoulder and he was on a pitch count through preseason? But listen, like I said, that number 97, great value. Anthony Belton, NC State, 6'6", 356. He's great value later on. He stepped in when what's his name? Ike Ekwamu went to the Carolina Panthers like 2 years ago. He stepped right in at left tackle for NC State. He's a big kid. He's like 6'6".
So what you're saying is we don't have a left tackle, which you did see in the Washington game. And then you saw Trey Lance get killed on the left side.
Well, because Guyton started, and Guyton's not a left tackle.
Did Guyton get benched?
I don't know. I don't know. They're
We got to go
trying
back
to.
and
I
see
think he
film.
did, but they're
Uh
trying to say he had an ankle injury, which I don't think so. I think he did get benched, to be honest with you,
huh.
and that's a bad sign when your first round pick gets benched. But in
So let
my
me ask you this
opinion,
question: Was
shoot,
Mozzie? Uh, I ain't gonna say Mozzie a bust. Was Mozzie a good draft pick, and was Guyton a good draft pick under Jerry Jones and Will McClay?
Mozzie Smith, absolutely not, because there was a defensive tackle Brian Barise from Clemson who
Right.
went 3 picks later to the Saints, and he has about 15 sacks to his credit. All he's made all rookies. He made an all rookie team, and he had a good year. So, yeah, Mozzie, in my opinion, I'm not a Mozzie Smith fan at all.
Okay.
Now, Tyler Guyton, I don't think it's really fair. Would he have been my pick when Dallas taken him? No. There were better offensive linemen on the board. You had the kid from Duke Graham. His last name was Graham. You had
But is
him.
he what position this
He was
year?
a left tackle. He was a
Oh,
center and left tackle. And
okay.
we could have took him. We didn't. Tampa Bay won. Graham Barton, his name was. He was a
Okay.
left tackle for Duke, and he also played center for Duke.
So
We
let
could
me
have
ask you
drafted him, but we traded back,
let me
and
ask you
Tampa
this.
Bay took him.
Let me
We
ask you this.
even could have took Zach Frazier
Uh-huh.
in West Virginia as the center, and
Okay.
he's like,
What if you if you're in the first round, second round, would you go left tackle this year? And who would you go with?
if I'm picking 12 and I
Okay.
can't move back. I also have Kelvin Banks there too. I have him and Wyatt Mullins. They're neck and neck. They're neck and neck.
Wyatt
I'll
Mullins?
stamp it.
Who?
Cut Wyatt Mullen. You
You
got
want so
Kelvin Banks.
you want Banks?
No, I'm saying I as my offensive tackle one.
Uh-huh.
It's either Kelvin Banks from Texas, but
Okay.
as of right now, it's Wyatt Mullen from West Virginia.
Oh, Wyatt. Okay.
He if we go offense and second round, I believe we should go defensive tackle because we have the worst defensive tackles in the NFL. And then I'll go running back round 3. And in round 3, we'll get a monster running back. The reason I would go offense, if we don't trade back and we get stuck at 12, the reason I'm going to take a Wyatt Mullen and an offensive tackle is because when we come back at 44 in
Yeah.
round 2, these offensive linemen are not going to be on the board. They'll be drafted already. But round 2, I could still get a really good defensive tackle in round 2. Because we all know every great linebacker there've always been, he always had great defensive tackles in front of him. And
So
our
what
defensive
is if you're on the board, what is the major position that you most concerned about? Let me ask you this. Do you you know Dak's coming back for this year, so do you cater your offense around him on the first pick
well,
for best
I
available player?
I
I mean, do you
understand what
wide
you
receiver
I understand what you're coming
or
from.
okay,
We're helping Dak with a wide receiver, but what good is that wide receiver if Dak is laying on his back and can't pass the ball to him?
right? Okay,
You
so
know what
you
I'm
answered
trying to
my
say?
question. So you want to go tackle first round?
Yes, either offense or
Okay,
defense. I want to go
okay,
trenches round 1. Trenches.
okay. So you want Banks? If Banks there in the first round at 12, you go
Banks
with Banks.
or Wyatt Mullen. They're
Now,
very,
what is the
very
game tape
close.
on them?
Say that
Do
again.
they have Bully? Is it Bully Rush now? How did he? They
They're
played
both.
against.
They're
Oh,
Kelvin Banks and
uh huh.
Wyatt and Kelvin Banks from Texas and
Uh-huh.
Wyatt Mullins from West Virginia, they
Wait,
both have a nasty streak to them.
let me ask you a question. Who did Texas? They got beat by Ohio State.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can bring up some game film and see who he fought against.
I'm telling Ohio State got two great edges,
Oh, that'll
Jack
be great.
Sawyer
Uh
and
huh.
JT Aloa. Both of those kids are going to be off the board by round two. So he went up against talent. Listen,
Okay.
I watched it. The more I watched of, listen, in my opinion, and I said this before the season started, Texas has had the number one offensive line in college football this past year. And the more I watched Kelvin Banks, at first I was down on him a little bit because he's not that tall. He's
Yeah.
only like 6'4". And in the NFL, what they do with short, good college left tackles is they slide them into left guard. We don't need a left guard. We got
They're
Trey.
good for that.
We're good at left guard. We need a tackle. But Kelvin Banks got these crazy, even though he's 6'4", but
Yeah.
he's 6'4", like 340. He's built like Trent Williams. He has these crazy ass long arms past his knees, and he's wide as fuck, man. He's a killer.
Yeah.
But also like Wyatt Mullen from West Virginia, 6'6", 330. His arms might be an inch short, but no matter how you look at it, he plays with a mean streak, and he's allowed 0 sacks in 3 years at West Virginia. And he also has guard. They're even saying, I don't know where they're coming up with it. Maybe he played some center in college, in high school. They're saying he even has center flex. But to me,
Yeah.
it's gonna listen when I do my final breakdowns, it's but you can almost flip a coin between Banks and Wyatt Mullins. Okay, perfect example, that kid at 19, Josh Simmons, Ohio State. He blew his knee out. He blew his knee out this year, and he already had an injury.
Now,
So
who's the guy you say you like from Texas?
Kelvin Banks, number 9, you got him. But now
Okay,
the
let
guy
me take a
underneath
look.
him, Josh Simmons from Ohio State, he tore his knee and missed like the last 5 games of the season. I don't want it to, at left tackle. Think about it. Like we got what $240 million locked up into Dak Prescott.
Wait a
Do we
minute.
want to draft a guy with a bad knee to sit out?
Yeah. Well, who has a bad knee?
Josh Simmons of Ohio State, he tore his knee. He had to get knee surgery.
Oh, he ain't. Oh, he's not. So he's not coming by. He's getting ready for the. Well, he probably
No,
ready now.
he won't be there for the combine. Now this kid is getting a lot of love, but I'm not
Mhm.
as high on him as a lot of other people are. And that's Arante Isere, offensive tackle, Minnesota. He's a left tackle. He's a big kid, and has all the tools you want in the NFL. In my personal opinion, I think he at left tackle he will get exposed by speed rushers. I think he's more of a right tackle in the NFL, but a lot of people are very, very high on him. But these same people that are high on him, every year in the NFL, we get like 10 coaches and 10 general managers get fired. You know what I'm saying? So they're not like these guys are not foolproof, but everyone's very.
Let me see this
I don't see
guy.
Josh Simmons going that high, man. I don't.
Let me see.
He just
What's
with
his
his
what
with
name
the
you
knee
said you like?
surgery.
Kelvin Banks.
A lot of people are blowing up the kid Will Campbell too, right on top of him. Some people are saying he's their number one, but he has super short arms. But
Why is his name? Why is he? That's strange because he is. Why did? Hold on, wait a second. Hold on, here it is. Never mind. This is the guy you said you want us to draft. So let me bring him up. I'm just gonna start. You know what I hate about YouTube? When you try to watch something, got a lot of commercials, a lot of advertising.
Yes, yes, it's very
You
annoying.
try to bring up a highlight. I'm trying to do now, but then now they got this guy talking. Now you gotta wait like until the advertisement's over. It's like, what the hell's going on?
No, like I said, it's up in the air between Banks and Wyatt Mullen. Out of
Yeah.
listen, it's a good possibility.
Fast forward that
Banks
shit.
is even off the board at 12.
Uh
There-
huh.
it's- there's even a good possibility Campbell is off the board at 12.
It's cold as shit out there. Kansas City and Texas. They might get blowed out, bro.
Well,
It's
what?
cold. What is it? 30?
I don't. We're getting ready to get hit with like 8 inches of snow
Oh
tomorrow. We
wow.
are. A lot of people have Will Campbell as their number one, and he came into the season with the number one tag on him.
Uh huh.
The only like the nitpickers are gonna say he has short arms, and they're gonna want to throw him into left guard. A lot of teams, but he's a
Mm-hmm.
solid player too. But in the beginning of the season, he was my number one offensive tackle, and every like things changed. Listen, I've dropped 590 people, 590 players. I'm gonna drop
Wow.
probably 10 more tomorrow, or
You
five
gonna do what?
tomorrow. I'll probably drop five tomorrow, then five Monday, then I'll be up to 600, and then I want to get up to 200.
Oh
Uh
wow.
Campbell,
Okay.
though,
Bring him
he's
over. Bring him over to my side, man.
I kind of
So
more just
you see what I'm
like I
saying?
said,
I
I
need
could
to
talk
blow up
draft.
too, baby.
I could talk draft all day long, man. Because I didn't even watch NFL last week. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Super Bowl,
Uh
if
huh.
my team's not in it, I don't.
Yeah.
Half the times I don't even watch it. I'm an extremist. I'm a Dallas fan. What do I care if Kansas City's playing? Unless I got money on the game. If I got money on the game, I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I'll probably watch tonight's game with the Lions because I said before the season started, and you can ask fifth quarter, I said you're going to see Kansas City versus the Lions in the Super Bowl. I'd like to see the Lions get a Super Bowl just because that team's never won shit, And I think Dan Campbell is a good coach too. And yo, and it's just like they're a young team. Besides the quarterback, they're a young team. Detroit. We have to, be looking to face them the next few years. We're in a rebuilding. In my opinion, we need a left tackle. We need two defensive tackles. We
Yeah.
need two running backs,
Let me put your hold
linebacker,
for. Let me put your
safety.
hold. Let me put your hold for a second, Savage. Look, shit. They said it's cold as shit in Kansas City. Shoot.
I remember one game last
Let me
year. They
get it.
said everyone got like 19 people had to go to the hospital. They got frostbite last year. One of their games.
Wow. It said it's how cold is it? Let me see. Who you taking? You taking Kansas City or you
Yeah,
taking the Texans?
I would take. I got you. Got to go Kansas City. Listen, the NFL. Kansas City's going to get every call there is because the NFL wants Kansas City in the Super Bowl, so all the girls can watch for Taylor Swift and
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Yep.
So
Yep.
listen, unless you go out there and beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 3 touchdowns, if you leave it up to the refs' hands and the NFL's hands, Kansas City's going to go straight to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's
You think
just
so?
that's just that's just my opinion, you know. And who else plays later? Buffalo? No, tomorrow.
Um.
Buffalo, and I'm trying to think.
No, that's no, it's no, tonight is Washington and
The
Detroit.
Lions.
What you think about that, Savage?
The Lions should eat them up. They should.
So
Lions are
what do you think if what if Dan Quinn win tonight?
That would
Oh, let
show.
me ask you this question. Remember the last 2 years, Dallas played Kansas City, right? Dan Quinn. How did Dan Quinn play against that game? Remember that game last year where Dan Quinn um coached against Detroit, and then they won. And was it over? Was it the? Oh, it was in the game. A few seconds left, and then Detroit
Yeah,
messed up on
yeah,
that pass.
no, Detroit went for a 2-point conversion three
Yeah,
times. Three
yeah.
times. Listen, if Detroit doesn't go, listen, no other. Listen, I like it when a coach is confident in his team, but that was the wrong decision by Dan Campbell. The Bills, I mean, Detroit beat us. It didn't show it on the scoreboard, but
Right.
they beat us. But because what coach is going to go for a 2-point conversion 3 times in a row?
But let me ask you this: did Dan Quinn kind of did he kind of cheat? I'm like, did he keep them in check? I mean, he did. They didn't score but 20 something, right? He did struggle though in that game. Golf, he did struggle. They scored 20 something. He did struggle throughout the game though with Parson.
But Parsons got eaten up. Parsons didn't even have a sack. Or if listen, Parsons, there was a couple plays where Parsons blitzed up the middle. But when he might have got a sack up the middle, rushing. But when Micah Parsons played edge against Detroit Lions right tackle, Panay Sewell ate him alive. But Micah did get some pressure from rushing from the linebacker spot up the middle. Could he have gotten a sack that game? Yes, it does. It stand out to me. But when he did play edge, Panay Sewell ate him up. Micah Parsons does not play well against big, strong, physical offensive tackles. Just because, there's a saying, a good big man is going to beat a good little man. But Micah did have some pressure when Quinn moved him around a little bit in that game, but listen, I think Quinn just sandbagged us and he quit on us at the end of the year, in my opinion. He goes to the Redskins. All of a sudden with Washington, now he has 250-pound linebackers. But when he was in Dallas, he liked 200-pound linebackers. So I'm just not a Dan Quinn fan, to be honest with you. But they got a young team. They got a young quarterback. They're not going anywhere. They're not. And
Yeah,
they'll be picking, like I said, they're picking at the end of round one.
yeah.
And there's going to be a monster running back sitting right there in their lap. There's going to be a monster running
Well,
back.
I hope it ain't Gentry.
Nah, Gentry won't go that far. No way.
Okay.
If Gentry slides, some team will trade up. Some
Let's
team
take a
will
look.
trade up.
Let's take a look at this left tackle that you want real quick. Let's take a look at him real quick. You kind of.
Yeah, it's him up on
Uh,
top.
I'm having so. That's him at the top.
That's him at the top. Yeah,
78.
he's all the way on top with his
Yeah.
back facing us.
Damn.
He's a big boy. He's big, man. He's
Wow. Look at
wide
them
as
legs.
hell.
Look at them feet though. Oh yeah, he is. He is. Look.
No, he's
Oh,
legit.
is he on the left? Let me see.
Left. He's a left tackle.
Okay.
He legit.
There you go pulling though. There you go pulling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he pulling. Yeah. Yeah, he pulling.
So that's why I'm saying, like, if we can, if we're saying the Tyler Guyton experiment didn't work at left tackle and we throw him to right, I can live with him at left tackle.
Oh, there you go, right there. 78. Okay, let's check him out.
No,
Oh, he got
he's
that mean streak though.
yeah, which you can't coach.
Oh, oh, that's him pulling though, right there. Oh, look, push though.
No, yeah,
78. Is it seven? Is it
he has no problem getting to the second level.
okay?
None
You see his
whatsoever.
feet though. Okay, look at watch. Let me see. Check out his feet though, right here. Here, watch his kick though. Watch his kick. Here you go. Oh, look at that push though. Watch this push though. He got it. Look. Oh yeah, look at that molar. Oh, he a molar though.
Yeah, no, I'd be
Let's see.
listen,
Let huh? Let's
if
see his
I could
kick.
get him at 12, I would
Wait,
be okay with that.
wait a minute. Watch his kick though. Watch how fast he get his foot back there though. Look. Watch him kick. The ball snap. Hold on. That's the push he got. We see his push. And then now let's see his kick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see his kick though? This guy here, he's guarding is oh, let's go back. That's
If
his
that's the
push.
Ohio State game,
Mm-hmm.
if it is, I can't tell. It's another All-American he's trying to block. That looks
Oh
like
yeah. I
he,
don't
but
like.
there's a good chance he's even off the board by 12.
Uh-huh.
There's a chance
Yeah.
he's off the board
We
by
kind of
12.
small though.
Yeah, he is. He's six
No, no,
four.
my frame is a little
He's
small. Kind
six
of a
four, like 330.
yeah,
He is. He's wide. He's wide as hell.
yeah.
But like I said, I have it. Once I commit to my number one, it's either him or the kid Wyatt Mullen out of West Virginia. Because, like,
Oh,
we got $250 million at quarterback.
oh,
You got to put someone there to.
oh, look
You,
at
you,
that push. 70, 78. There you go.
yeah, no, he's a beast, bro, and he has a
Oh, there
mean
you go,
streak.
right there.
No, he's. I comp him to like Trent Williams.
Okay.
Trent's like everyone lists Trent Williams like 6'5". He
Yeah.
does not look 6'5" to me. He
Okay,
looks
so
like
you like Banks.
I like Banks and I also like Wyatt Mullins from West Virginia, left tackle.
Okay. Yeah.
And
You
all you
trust
gotta
him?
do, look up Wyatt Mullins versus Abdul Carter, because Abdul Carter is probably a top 5 pick. He's probably gonna go in the top 5.
Is
That's the
who is he?
linebacker.
Is he a D? If he's, is he defensive?
He's a linebacker and a defensive end. In my position, he's just a line. In my opinion, he's just a linebacker because he's like Micah Parsons. He's too small to play edge full time. Penn
Yeah.
State tried
Versus
him at
who?
edge. Wyatt, look up Wyatt Mullins versus Abdul Carter, and it was a good battle. And Abdul Carter had like 1 or 2 pressures, but he had
Abdul Carter.
zero. He had 0 sacks in that game.
Yeah.
He had 0 sacks, and then like maybe 2 games later, they moved him back to linebacker. Abdul Carter is like Micah Parsons 2.0. He's just a freak.
Oh, the Penn State.
Yeah, he's a freak, but he's not an edge.
Okay.
You play him
Abdul
edge
Carter.
full time, he's gonna wear down. Just like Micah.
They finna kick the game off here in a minute, huh?
Yeah, this kid, he's a linebacker in my opinion.
Oh, and for whoa. No defensive end linebacker.
No, he's a linebacker, but Penn State tried playing him at defensive end this year, and it just didn't work because he's playing against monsters week in and week out. He's getting double teamed getting chipped by tight ends, getting chipped by running backs, versus when they switched him back to linebacker, now he's freelance. He can do whatever he wants, and an offensive coordinator cannot game plan against him. And once they switched him back to linebacker, bang, then he had 10 sacks. I'd be shocked he gets out of. I get shocked. I'll be shocked he gets away from out of the top 5. I can see the Cleveland Browns getting him. Can you picture Myles Garrett on one side and this kid on the other side? If he slipped to Dallas, I would go nuts.
The
But
only thing I don't like putting this up here, because you don't have much. You don't have much leeway. The game is
yeah,
about
so,
to kick up, huh?
no, like I said, they moved him back to linebacker after the West Virginia, after like 2 games after the West Virginia
We're
game.
gonna see can we. Let's see can we bring that up. Damn, it's not gonna let me play it. I got the size I want, but oh, come on now. What the hell's going on now? It ain't gonna let me play it. Okay. It ain't showing me no highlights. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got something going here. Oh, this. Yeah, so we're gonna try to play it. We're gonna see can we get something going. Ah, somebody showing film. Well, that's not what I like. Anyway, let's just move on for that because somebody's showing the highlights. I don't like all the highlight shit. I just want to see. Here we go, right here. Okay, we may have something. Um, Abdul Carter versus Wyatt Epps. Just blow it for 2 seconds. Is it 300? That's it, 400. Yeah. Only thing about that is it's hard to on the site. It's hard to
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
it's it's not big enough. You can't really pop it in unless it's on my end. Let me see. It might be what I need right there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we watching Abdul against Wyatt.
Wyatt Mullins, left tackle, West
Yeah,
Virginia.
yeah. Oh, well, this boy here got some. Okay, Abdul. Abdul may be a little faster.
Oh, he's a freak. He's fast.
Okay, so now they got their picks going. They got a lot of guy from high school at the over at the NFL Network. High school. Did you catch the was it a bowl game yesterday in Honolulu? In Hawaii yesterday? The youngsters played.
I think yesterday was the Hula Bowl. If it was, I missed it.
Yeah, yeah. The youngsters was playing yesterday. Pretty good game. That's what we're looking forward to, baby. That's what we're looking forward to. But yeah, let's move on. We've seen enough of that. So let's move on. So you want to go with if you need to pick, you would go with Banks, or so we
Banks
telling
or
me you would
Mo.
go with Banks first round, first or second round.
Yeah, in
Okay.
round one. Well, he won't get out of round one just because, in my opinion, I can get a defensive tackle in round two,
Mm-hmm.
where, in my opinion, it's not a strong class for offensive line. It's not.
Right.
So I don't think you're going to get a starting left tackle in round two.
Right.
I don't think so. Could I be wrong? Yeah.
So let's jump on to let's stay on the offensive side of the ball. So we did running back, we did offensive tackle. So let's wide receiver.
All right.
So is another excuse that everybody said we need another because Brandon Cook may not be coming back. We're gonna
All
keep
right.
Tolbert.
Well, the
Uh,
first kid,
go
Trattoria
ahead.
McMillan, he's a big monster. He's like 6'5". He's like 6'5", like 210. He's a big kid. He goes up and he gets the ball. Number 13, you got Luther Burden from Missouri. He had kind of a down senior year, but in my opinion, he was making a business decision and just playing, trying not to get hurt. He's talented also. Now at 22, you have Amika Abuka. He almost came out last year, but there was so many wide receivers drafted in round one last year that he wasn't going to be a round one pick. He would have been a second rounder last year. This year, he will be a first rounder, Amika Buka. He's good after the catch. But I mean, like, listen, and like, this is what I don't understand is like, why is Dak the only quarterback in the NFL that all of his wide receivers have to be first round draft picks? Why is he? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, most quarterbacks are happy to have one star on their team, a monster wide receiver one. Yet we got to put all this around him. I, we gave away a fourth for Mingo. I mean, we're gonna see him play. I mean, listen, I can see Dallas going wide receiver. I can. Wide receivers sell jerseys. I think you could trade back though and get Abuka from Ohio State. You can trade back. This year is going to be a crazy draft because people's grades are going to be all over the place because some team, like, there's a kid,
Yeah.
Alec Imore from Stanford, and I put him out there in May and June. Everyone's that kid 47. Everyone's
Yeah.
blowing him up as a first round draft pick now. But I put him out there in May or June. I put him out there
Yeah.
because he caught my eye last year. Everyone's blowing him up. But let me tell you something. Now you go down maybe another two slots. You got that kid Xavier Restrepo.
Yeah.
He's really good. He think about this. He set every wide receiver record at Miami. That's this kid.
Yeah.
Then underneath him is a sleeper who I like a lot. The kid Jalen Royals out of Utah State. He's a burner. He can fly, stretch the field. The next kid, a lot of people are high on, Savion Williams, wide receiver, Texas Christian University. A lot of people. There's like probably about 10 good wide receivers. You know what I'm trying to say? And everyone is going to have everybody ranked differently. But I am high on Jalen Royals from Utah State. He can fly. Xavier Restrepo, he's pretty much like a Wes Welker. He's not. Restrepo, he's not going to beat. He's not going to have no crazy 40-yard dash. No, He's just crazy sneaky,
Yeah.
and he's quick more than fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets open. He did not drop one pass this past season.
Who's that?
Xavier Restrepo. He
He
didn't
didn't
drop
drop
one
one.
pass.
What?
He didn't drop one pass. Every
Oh
pass was thrown to
wow.
him. He caught for Miami.
Let's check him out real quick. Wow, I didn't
Oh,
know he was off the hook like that.
he's a beast. He's legit. He
Mm.
he. But in my opinion, Dallas would never draft him because he's too short.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, is he got that the hill speed? I think he. Oh, he do got speed. That's that guy. That's talking about he had that all that speed.
Nah, but I think he gets caught from behind a lot.
Oh,
He's more
maybe I'm
quick.
okay.
He's more quick than fast. But
Okay.
he just has a knack for getting open. And
Yeah.
you throw him the ball, he's gonna come down with the ball. He's gonna catch it. He's
Okay.
either Colombian or Cuban, one or the other, but he's Spanish, 100%. And
Mm.
my like I like to comp people sometimes to other people in the NFL, and I comp him to
Yeah.
Wes Welker. He's just,
Yeah.
and especially in the end zone, bro, he gets open. He
Okay.
gets open. But Dak will probably overthrow him by 10 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah. That's what he does.
yeah, pretty
You
much.
gave him all that money, and he's still gonna be struggling on offense. This is sad shit.
We were talking about it last night,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a bad idea if we cut Dak Prescott,
Mm-hmm.
or we this coming year, we'll take $105 million hit
Oh.
against the salary cap. But that's
Mm-hmm.
it. Then it's over. Then we don't got to
Yeah.
worry about Dak money on or anything. So
That'll be awesome.
exactly. So like, if we're gonna win shit with him,
Mm-hmm.
why not just get rid of him and take the $105 million hit for 1 year and do like what Denver did?
How much?
105 million we would get hit for, and we'll have, and we'll wind up with another top 10 pick,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2026 we got 100. We'll probably have like about $125 million in free agency to play with. I
I'm
mean,
letting his ass.
listen,
I'm letting him walk. Because if you're gonna continue to just get high draft picks off him, you know,
yeah,
if you want to stay, but you playing backup.
yeah, but they're not gonna.
Only thing he can do is coach. Because if you're gonna continue to be hurt for 25, 26, 27 season, your whole contract gonna continue to be hurt. Like who's that quarterback that played there? Was it could play quarterback would always was get hurt. Man, who was that? Never
What
lived
team?
up. Might have been Cousins.
Well, Cousins been playing a long time. He's been in the league a
Okay.
while. I know RG3, the
Quarterback.
quarterback he took over for RG3, he got hurt a lot. Listen, some
Yeah.
guys just don't have luck, man. Some guys are more injury prone than others. But
Right.
also, this is a
Yeah.
young man's game,
Yeah.
and he's going to be worse next year. I mean, I just don't see it. Like I said, if I
Mm-hmm.
have a bad feeling about 2025 season, I don't even think we're going to.
What
I
makes you
wouldn't be.
say that, Savage?
Because I wouldn't be shocked. We win like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. I still wouldn't.
Even with a new coaching change in here.
The only problem is, I think the only coach that, besides Deion Sanders, the only coach that's coming here is coming for a paycheck. because they know they're not going to be in charge. They know they can't do nothing without Jerry Jones okaying it. They know they're not going to be able to go out and get the personnel they want.
Yeah.
So, besides maybe Deon, everyone else is just going to be a puppet
Yeah. No
and
matter
here
who you
for
bring in here.
yeah, here for a paycheck. At the end of the season, you know,
Hmm.
Big
So
Mike was saying,
basically, the coach that you bring in here, you're gonna have to fight. It starts in the draft, so you're gonna fight tooth and nail, you know, to get the personnel, and then on top of that, the players that they want in here.
no, it's like it's really like I don't know. Listen, the board is the board,
Hmm.
the way you rank people, but certain people at certain positions fit into certain systems better than others.
Yeah.
And all I'm trying to say is the longer we wait to get a head coach, it's
Yeah.
just it's just a circus.
Yeah.
It's just a circus, man.
It's a young man you talking about, wide
Yeah,
receiver.
no, he
Is that
legit.
him?
Yeah, he legit, man. He didn't drop.
Okay.
He did not drop one pass
Damn.
this year.
Oh wow. He is something.
No, he legit. And I put him out there in May. In May, I put him in my top 10 wide
Yeah.
receivers. Because what I saw out of him last year, I was like, and last year in 2023, he played with four different quarterbacks in 2023. Miami's quarterback in 2023 just kept on getting hurt, getting hurt, getting hurt. And he still had like close to 1,000 yards, this kid.
Yeah.
They should check his hands for stickum because this kid catches everything.
Mm.
He's not going to be a burner. He's not going to stretch the field, but
Yeah.
when you throw him the ball, he's coming down with it.
Is it a
His
good?
hands,
Is it good? The question is, a good route runner?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, he's legit. And like I said, back in May, I had him in my top 10 wide
So
receivers.
who else? If you need to go first round, what about the boy out of Ohio State? You're gonna see Monday night.
No,
Or Bun. So
I I like him. I like him. He's. I don't like him at 12. I like him though. If we traded back and got a pick, I get it. But I mean, but then we could also talk about right now. If we want to go see, if we're talking skill position and we're talking Dak friendly, what's more of a need right now? A wide receiver or a running back?
right. So basically, you still want to cater your offense around that.
Yeah, no, because listen, all I'm
Change
just
some
trying to
things.
say is
Yeah.
if we're gonna go Dak friendly,
Right.
I think running back is a bigger need than wide receiver. But
Right.
I don't need to take a running back in round one. I can wait and get somebody.
Yeah.
But then the thing
Okay.
is, too,
Commercial.
so let's say we go wide receiver round one, get a running back round two. Do we
Yeah.
really think we're going to get a starting left tackle in round three? I don't see that happening this year in a very below average offensive tackle class. I don't see that happening.
I hate
It's
commercials.
it's there's only a few positions that are like strong. I think guard is a weak position. I think center is a weak position. You know, look at the quarterback. You need a quarterback. This is a horrible year for a quarterback. You got Cam Ward from Miami. You got Sanders. You had Drew Aller, but he said he's going back to Penn State, which I don't like him anyway. I think his deep ball sucks, but it's a horrible year. If you need a quarterback, this is a horrible draft. So don't be shocked. You see teams like up in the top 5 looking to bail out and get out of that spot if somebody wants to come up and grab a player. So, since it's a bad spot and you want to get out of it for a team coming up, I wouldn't give you the normal compensation. I would give you less compensation. Like if you're calling me looking to trade back, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm going to lowball you. It's not like we're going up to draft a quarterback. You going up to get a quarterback, you're going to get taxed, the quarterback tax. But
Yeah.
you
Quarterback tax.
yeah, if you want a quarterback, the team's going to tax you. You're gonna pay more draft picks.
Okay.
You're going to pay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm. So I hate. Now I'm trying to wait for these commercials. It's just sad because I try to put some highlights up there, but then it's like, oh, they got 100 commercials before they show you the highlight. Like, dude, I ain't pay you guys pay my internet bill to watch 100 commercials,
Yeah.
so I
I,
can't show no highlight, huh?
I think uncensored Cowboy wants to jump in. I think he's in the chat.
Is
I'm
he?
not sure how the StreamYard actually even goes, but I see him. He said knock knock.
You're not on StreamYard?
No, I am. I just don't know how it works that well because I see him in the chat. He put knock knock, so I think he's in the chat looking to jump on the show. I
Okay,
think.
let's bring him on
Yeah,
in real quick.
that's that kid McMillan. He's 6'5". No,
Yeah.
no one's. He's a crazy. He's 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 my most likely number one wide receiver. It's either going to be him or
McMillan.
Travis. It's either going to be him or Travis Hunter, but I'll
Oh,
take him because he's about 3 inches taller than Travis Hunter, and he has a lot less wear
oh,
and
whoa.
tear.
Ooh, how tall is this kid?
6'5".
Oh, damn. That's true
Yeah,
6'5" there.
he falls to me. I would have to consider it.
Oh, wow.
You can't coach
Look at that
size.
speed, though.
He does have speed.
Uh-huh.
That's why he's pretty much everyone's either saying Travis Hunter or this kid is their number one. Most people have Travis Hunter, but
Uh-huh.
this kid is is gonna. I wouldn't be shocked.
Let's see these
First
routes.
5, 6 picks, he's off the board.
Okay. What do you think about his route running?
At that size, I worry
Yeah.
about him just getting the ball in the deep zone. In
Uh-huh.
the red zone at the quarter. I mean, I think he can run the NFL route tree. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm trying to say? But I worry about him just in the red zone, just lobbing it up there. And think
Yeah.
about it. What does Dak have a problem with? Overthrowing people. So now we're adding a 6'5" wide receiver who can leap and
Okay.
jump. But to be honest with you,
Ooh, look at that speed.
yeah, no, he's fast.
Oh, up top. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't see him being there at 12. No way.
Wow. Oh, shit, man. He could be there. Why not take it?
No, if he's there, it would be a hard no.
Yeah.
It would be a hard to say no if he's there. But
Right.
then,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know what we would do about left tackle.
Yeah.
And I
That's
mean,
the yeah. You go get your veteran because that's what you messed up on that contract.
yeah,
Because you messed up on that contract, so that means that you can't really go get you a good veteran offensive tackle. somebody that you can trust, because you don't want to go with. So you don't put Guyton back at left tackle this year.
I wouldn't. I would put him at
Okay,
right tackle.
okay then. Look at CJ limping. What the fuck you limping? Why don't you run your punk ass out of bounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, this kid's size, you can't
Mm-hmm.
teach that.
Yeah, look at that though. This kid's special though. I think he ate Oregon up too. Look at that. Dig,
We're
dig,
gonna
dig, dig.
find
Oh
out at
yeah.
the combine
Yeah.
what he runs, but they're predicting he's gonna run like a 4.4.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
but then listen, I'm not worried about running back because we can get running backs round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. I'm not worried about running backs at all. But let's say hypothetically we go him, and then let's say we do grab a left tackle round 2. Then we're gonna have to hope to get a defensive tackle or a linebacker round 3, because then we probably have the worst defensive tackles in the NFL, and the only one really coming back is Mozzie. Golston's a free agent. Osa's a free agent, but I wouldn't want Osa back anyway. Osa's going to get at least $50 million on the open market. Do I think he's worth it? No, but I think he wears down. But also, I don't think we've ever, maybe if Osa had a 350-pound defensive tackle next to him, he would have played better and not worn down as much, which we've never put, because Osa's a 3 tech, and a lot of times, he's a 3, but yet we asked him to do 1 tech kind of stuff, because let's be honest, the only difference between Osa and Mozzie Smith is like 10, 15 pounds. That's like 2 Thanksgiving dinners. Let's be honest. And he just happened to wear down a lot at the end of the season. If he, I do see a team throwing a bag at him, and if he gets on a team and, with a 350-pound defensive tackle next to him, he will excel. It's just we don't. And I think Dallas has way too many mouths to feed than Osa.
So let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. So you wanna, what about defensive? You still wanna go defensive tackle? If
We
and
got to
what?
go to we have to. Our defensive. What did we finish first to run? Like 28, 29?
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You ain't going nowhere. When you can't, that's Pop Warner. That's Pee Wee football. You can't stop the run. You ain't going anywhere. And we haven't been able to stop the run for the last 4 years. Let's be honest. We haven't stopped the run in 4 years. 5 years. The Mike Nolan year, 3 years of Dan Quinn, and then this year with Zimmer. So 5 years we can't stop the run.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's basic, that's basic football, man. So you can have the 2 greatest pass rushers in the world. You can have the greatest corners in the world. But if you can't stop the run, why do I need to pass? I'll just run the ball down your throats. Right. And when you get to the playoffs, that's when you see those bigger, better teams with better offensive lines that are just going to destroy us. But I said that going into the season.
What's up? You don't. What about these Detroit?
Oh, Graham, he's my defensive tackle number 1. He legit.
No, no. You want to go to another Michigan player?
Follow me. When Mason Graham was a true freshman, he was better than Mozzie Smith at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching Mozzie, but this kid keeps catching my eye. This kid's 6'3", and even for the last, I've watched him for 3 years. He's six
Mm-hmm.
three, 340. He was a wrestler. Bro, he's not the
So
typical.
who is your three top defensive tackle? If you wanted to try to work on defensive line, who?
Right now,
Okay.
it would be Mason Graham. Then you got Walter Nolan out of Kentucky, big kid. That kid, Deon Walker. He's 6'6". He's 6'6", 360. And then my other third is Alfred Collins out of Texas. He's a big guy too. Those are my top three D tackles.
Oh, okay.
Omar Norman Lott's good. Jordan Birch is good. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, it's a good defensive tackle class.
So who
Birch
would
is
you go
good.
with if
Shamar
you
Turner.
do? Let me see. If you go,
That guy Omar Norman Lott. That's why I'm saying like Howard Cross, he's later. Ty Robinson has great size from Nebraska. He's
okay,
good. Those are day three guys. The only thing with Howard Cross, he's a little bit on the shorter side. He's like 6 foot, 300. His dad played in the NFL. His dad was a tight end for the Giants. But I'm telling you, number one, that kid Mason Graham, forget about him wearing the Michigan helmet. Forget about it. He does not catch blocks. He does not wrestle with the offensive lineman. He jacks him up, gets rid of him, and he either gets up the field or he gets laterally to the left or to the right. And the kid is like a bull in a china shop. And I've been watching him for 3 years. But as a true friend, like everyone's talking about 3 years ago, everyone's talking about Mozzie Smith. So I'm watching Mozzie Smith, yet
mm-hmm.
I see this other kid keep catching my eye. So I look him up. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's only a freshman. And then sophomore year, he played good. And he also played, he broke his hand. He had a club on his hand. So he was injured his sophomore year. And then junior
Okay.
year, he's legit. Ty Robinson's also good. Nebraska, he has good size. He's
That's
like
not.
6'6",
I ain't
310.
trying to say that was a penalty. That's
Howard
just
Cross is good. He's just on the shorter side. Vernon Broughton's good from Texas. Simon Burrow was pretty good from, I like him a lot. Simon Burrow from Miami. He's a Michigan State transfer. I'm telling you, it's a good defensive tackle class.
So we deep. So how many defensive
Nazir
tackles do you?
Stackhouse is a good late pick.
What? How many defensive tackles you think we need to draft this year?
At least two. At least two. Jay
Okay.
Toyer is a good pick. He's a USC transfer. He's just one of those big old thick island guys that just
Yeah.
like you're gonna get zero pass rush out of him. He's just gonna be a wrecking ball in the middle of the field and not allow the guards to get to your linebackers. But he originally started his career at USC.
Interesting.
The kid Brunson's not bad from Virginia. After that, I think you got Sean Martin out of West Virginia. He has really good size. He originally started at edge, but then got switched over to D tackle. He has really good size. I'm telling you,
Tim Smith.
it's a
I like
very
that boy.
deep, it's a
I like.
very deep defensive tackle draft.
Wow.
You got
We can
Malcolm
we can
Ray
we can
from
work we can work on our
Rutgers.
line. Get some beef though from somebody. Can
Yeah,
you?
no, we need two defensive tackles, especially like listen, Dallas is probably going to throw a $10 bill at Osa. I'm like, yo, do you want to sign?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, and he's going to say no. So we'll probably sign some bargain barrel free agents. You know, but we have to come out of this draft with two defensive tackles. And especially if Zimmer See, that's why another thing. It's like if you're telling me right now Zimmer's the head going to be the defensive coordinator, yeah, we'll I can get you two giant one techs, but we don't know anything.
I ain't know. They're trying to say that was a no, that ain't no what the horse collar. They trying to say that was they get the face, man.
It's
That's petty. Let them play, man. It's playoff football. So, Cowboys sitting at home, and that's what it should be until the Jerry Jones wake the fuck up and move out of the way as GM. What you think about that, Savage?
no. Listen, I agree. Sad part is, I think his son's going to be worse.
Yeah,
There's no incentive to win.
yeah.
No one, zero incentive. When you got 80,000 people at a preseason game, listen, if Gentry's there at 12, Jerry will take him. Because you know how many people are going to buy Gentry jerseys? Jerry's a businessman. As much as we all hate him, he's a smart businessman. Nobody's going to go out and buy an offensive lineman's jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. But they'll go out and they'll buy a running back's jersey. They'll go out and buy a wide receiver's jersey.
Right.
But
that jersey ain't even selling no more.
But yeah, it's just
that jersey's not even selling no more. That's for sure.
That's it's like I said, man. It's just very discouraging, and I don't see.
You should need to score a touchdown.
I don't see any sunlight in the future.
No sunlight. So we had defensive line. So let's go. We want a linebacker, cornerback. We can. What
Go to
about edge?
linebacker. It's good. There's some good linebackers with good size, which we're not used to.
What about Walker?
Who's that? The Georgia kid?
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
he won't get past Phil. He won't get past. He will not get past. He won't get out of round one.
Damn,
He'll get like 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. He'll go.
My first pick would be a running back.
He
a linebacker. My first pick would be a linebacker this year. Fuck all the other shit. I'm going linebacker.
I don't see it.
Second, I'm trading back. If you can pick up another second round pick or a fourth round pick, or third or fourth round pick in this year's draft, I'm gonna trade back and work on my defense again.
Yeah, no, you can do that.
You
just got to have the partner to trade up.
Yeah.
You got to have the partner to trade up.
Yeah, hopefully we'll maybe they'll mess around with the Dolphins or they're gonna be low too. Maybe they'll mess around with somebody that's already good. So,
but the Dolphins picked 13. They pick right after us.
Yeah.
So they would,
I would say, well, I don't know about Baltimore.
And Dolphins, they pretty much need trenches. Dolphins need offensive line. Dolphins need a tight end. Defense.
Yeah.
We have a lot of similar. Dolphins are good at the skill positions, but they need a lot of the same needs we do. They need offensive linemen. They need defensive linemen. They need linebackers. They just I don't know, man. I just hope they get a coach in sooner than later.
Yeah.
Because you said yesterday, I got to check it out. I missed it. I got to check out the Hula Bowl.
Yeah.
Because there's also East West Shrines coming up, and that's in Texas. That's at AT&T Stadium. And
Texas
Then the
is cool.
Senior Bowl is the last one, and that's in Mobile, Alabama. I believe that's February the 2nd, I believe. But
But yeah, where we at? We've been in for an hour, almost 2 hours there. Yeah, so we're
yeah,
gonna go for a little bit, huh?
I'll probably jump back on later tonight. Cowboys Corner said he was going to go live tonight. So,
I think fifth quarter is
well,
he,
fifth went live last night, and
he
I
live
know.
right now.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah. I think he said he was going to go live during the first game, and then, but at Corner said he was going to go live tonight. So
Yeah, I'm
let's
gonna
watch
go
some
too.
football. We'll talk again later, man.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro.
All right. Yeah, sitting here watching Texas, Kansas City. I don't think they. I don't know. We'll see if they can do something. That's Kansas City with their secondary. So I'm just getting tired of Kansas City. Same shit with Houston. It's the same shit. The offense can't do nothing again. We'll see. So but yeah, I've been on for a little while, and let's see. We got Kansas City and the Texans. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. So yeah, gonna be a good game. But yeah, watching Texas and Kansas City football game. That was Savage popping in. Um, so yeah, we're watching the Kansas City and Texans right now. Score is 6-3. Kansas City up. Like I'm getting tired of Kansas City. The Texans ain't gonna. They ain't scared though. They need to score touchdowns. They need to score a touchdown. Only way to beat them is Kansas City. Your defense playing good now. You score touchdowns. This is Rico's second year. Second year at the Texans coach. Yeah, CJ Stroud, he's garbage, man. You can't even. I mean, he got run the ball, man. Middle of the field to the left side wide open. See, I told you he garbage, dude. They 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 crown this boy like I mean he all right in the playoffs, but you know they can't beat Kansas City, dude. It's just a waste of time out here. But they're trying their best. But Kansas City ain't that good though. Houston done got two big major penalties that kind of messed them up for sure right there. Um, I think that was big. Them penalties. You gotta ready to play. CJ Stroud, man, I don't think he's good. They just pump him up big time. I don't know. We'll find out. He probably be sent home after the night. We'll find out in 2.5 hours. Yes, but Kansas City is whipping Houston's ass right now. They can't. Stroud is garbage, and they need Diggs. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that Diggs is going to be a hurt this team big time. So we went over a few key spots um, on defensive. Me and Savage coming on in. We talked about the um, draft. We're gonna talk more about the draft tomorrow or the following this coming week. Who do we think? And I'm gonna do the mock draft too this coming week though, and pick the player that I think the Cowboys should go with. And I wanted to take Savage intake and go with the guys that I thought that you know, could be a good fit for this team. We will go over more of that this following week, but as of now, been on for 2 hours, so it's Finn and JP hollering back at you. Get a chance to hit me up later. Check out the site. Um, yeah. So um, it is what it is, and so yeah, I'm just watching the Kansas City and Texas game. Texas can't do anything with the ball, so it's a progress right now of their offense. So if they could get off the field, get the ball back here, and then play solid defense going down the stretch of this game, they should have a shot. But it's gonna be TJ Stroud. Oh, that was yeah, that hit. Yeah, Kansas City player is going to the locker room. He got a concussion in his neck. That's the way they tackle him. So that's an injury for Kansas City defensive backfield right now. Oh, they're punishing Kansas City right now. Hey, the Texans are not scared. They be punishing Kansas City. I'm telling you, the Texans coming to play, bro. They got that Nico Ryan defense right now. Texans are Kansas City. Kansas City. He's bringing that. He's bringing that. He's bringing that. Yeah, he went to the sideline. I'm telling you, nigga. Hey, I'm telling you, Texans is got. He not. You ain't gonna let what's his name beat you. That tight end. They got to go to somebody else. Kelsey. They not gonna let Kelsey beat. Don't let Kelsey beat you, and that's for sure. But as I said before, hit the like and subscribe button if you're in the JP show. Um, we just enjoying this Kansas City in this Texas game. This is a good defensive game. It's gonna be a good defensive game. Um, so yeah. So these are some bright spots that's coming in for the draft, 25 draft. So I'll go my mock draft, a little bit later. this week and try to think, grab some of the players that I think that should be, fit this team. It's just a mock draft. If they pick one of the players that I think that they should pick up, I think, they are listening to, us as fans. But, you know, Will McClay back again, man. Don't know how well this is gonna do. Will McClay, all depends on the coach that we get. Um, Maybe we have the coach already. Jerry's, I don't know. Maybe Deon's the coach. I don't know. We'll find out though. But I said before though, being a JP show, we're watching in Kansas City and go from there. So yeah, it is what it is. So um, it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a good game. So we're gonna see. I know how well you know the Texans play. They're struggling right now, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But we ain't gonna be on too much long, and we just want to watch some of this game. And keep you informed on the floor. So good game though. Good game right now. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if the Texans can get off the field on 3rd and 7. And the defensive get off the field on the 3rd and 7. It's all about the pass rush up front. Hey, let's see. Uh-oh. Shit. See? Oh, man, that's a flag, man. Yeah, see, I told you they weren't going to do nothing. I told you that was a flag right there. They should have went got Clowney. They got caught up on the inside. Oh, yeah, that was a hole on 74. Yeah, that was a hole. Look at this hole right here, though. Look. Oh, yeah, that's a hole. Yeah, that's a hole, man. Yeah, that was a hole. Yeah. That was there. The Kansas City they playing. Yeah, they playing cheap down there. They playing. That was a hole. They should have called that penalty right there though. Told you, down Kansas, boy, the referees, boy, they be cheating their butt off right there though. That was a hole right there though. Yeah, that was a hole for sure. I don't. This game, man, is dictated by the refs, dude. Dictated by the refs, bro. This is I don't know, man. Anyway, but yeah, I'm about to end my streaming. And go from there. Check out the Finn and JP show. Hit the like and subscribe button. Um, we gotta end this and say goodbye. We'll see you maybe later on the day, or I would see you. I could see you. Uh-oh. I'm trying to see if the Texas is gonna get off the field. I'm trying to see if the Texas is gonna get off the field. So, but yeah.